Ubwansu bw'Gusii.
Weke jima umwanchi umurieli abigita semi kia Ndizi TV na nditogo kuarigania asomoroberiga wensa kia chinga kitogenda gusanga anene ase togenda kumurikira asensemeri yabana chinga kichiga bale erusa entena mange akobakago korekana ndobe to kurigireria nga asensemeri yabanyaruka bali bakonyora amaritage nkyo meroberiki abayiboli babwenete kubeka asoka ne kyanga ngotanga bali abanyaruka elinda konyora amaritage nkyo naboigo ekero abanyaruka bayiga banyorira amaritaye ga ngetambukiro kikeri babwenete koimukya ekero mwanchi muri turabeto gusanga no mugeni itase studio oyobere kagwikirana elinda bekagotwa oboseme kegimakuru asensemo ya kondo mwanchi muri kenda gusanga na YouTube na botambe asensemo chichimitanda Facebook Ndizi TV News Digital na boiga sensemeria YouTube Ndizi TV News website www.ndizitv.net boigo sanga na intekerengeri kiago witira sinamba yesime 0792192834 elinda beko sanga na intwe ase omoroberi akondo mwanchi muri tianyereri bageri yabene kwarigania omugeni ase studio atumanyie na kyakorwa ngaji yakorwa kurugega sorgo ngorwa gusine ndingi keri yagakora karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
Ubwakire.
Bwakire mbaya.
Unaelewa hiyo lugha kabisa.
Hiyo lugha nimeielewa.
Asante sana kwa kufika katika studio yetu ili uweze kuzungumza na mpenzi mtazamaji.
Shukran sana. I appreciate so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ningependa ujitambulishe kwa mpenzi mtazamaji, mwambie jina lako, unatoka maeneo yapi na unafanya nini katika huu mji wa Kisii.
Kwa majina naitwa Boniface Masaku. I'm working with Empower Kenya Foundation. It's a youth-based organization that is dealing on matters youth. I'm also working with Jikubali Africa, where we are dealing with embracing self-love and acceptance, mostly dealing with youth, and everyone in the society, because people have been struggling with self-identity crisis, so we decided to come through for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pengine Boniface unaweza tuelezea mbona umeangazia sana mambo ambayo yanahusu vijana?
One of them being that I'm a youth, and growing up I have seen most of the youth fall out of path and forgetting about their dreams. Yeah, so that's why I have focused on the objectives of having these youths on board and coming through for them and representing what they need and coming through for them and finding people who are beyond their knowledge and coming to talk to youth through this youth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ni vigumu sana kwa vijana wengi kujitambua na kujua wanahitaji nini katika maisha yao. Pengine wewe imekuwa ugumu kwa upande wako kuwafikia wa vijana?
It's really very hard sometimes to get to them, but we try. Tunajaribu sana kuwafikia because we are youth in the most engaging and lovely way. Okay. Yeah, the reason as to why it is hard, unapata most of the people, most of the youths wamezoea common things zenye wanaambiwa. Each and every time it's a repetition of the same thing, but we have decided to come in a unique way and engage them in activities that they love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Asante sana kwa kutuelezea hivyo. Lakini tukiangalia katika upande mwingine, likizo imekuwa refu sana. Ukiangalia ile miaka ya nyuma, wakati ugonjwa wa corona uliweza kuja, tuliweza kupata ripoti kwamba wasichana wengi waliweza kupata mimba za mapema. Ukiangalia wakati shule ziko, at least hao wasichana wako engaged. Lakini ukipata wakati likizo iko refu, unapata wasichana wameweza kujihusisha katika mambo tofauti. Pengine tukiangazia mimba za mapema, ni nini kinachofanya msichana katika umri mdogo aweze kujihusisha katika ngono apate mimba za mapema?
One of the main causes as to why this youth this girl is engaging into early sexual matters and pregnancies, leading to pregnancies. Number one, I think most of the current youth, they are lacking informed knowledge on sexual matters. Yeah, if only we can be so much friendly to them and talk about them into matters sex in deep and into details and make them understand. At least someone, this girl will know whatever she has is very precious and will be able to take care of themselves. Yeah. Number two is peer pressure. Now that your friend has done this, you want to engage yourself into it. You have not been educated on how to go about it or on how to say no about sex. So this leads to you doing what your friends had done and not what you wanted to do. Yeah. The third cause is a rape case, which is happening from even close people and even from people who are near us. Those are our neighbors. Yeah. If you find yourself in a situation that rape case has happened and it has come from someone who is near, these people, they become very, they don't want to speak out about it because they are fearing on maybe this relative who has done this act, what they will do after you have exposed them. So this leads to you keeping it for yourself. Yeah, and finally unajipata you are already pregnant. Yeah.
Okay. Ukiangazia katika mambo tofauti tumeweza kuzungumzia kwamba hawa wasichana hawajapata kuelimishwa kuhusu ngono. Pengine ni nani tunaweza wekea lawama ama ni nani haswa anafaa kufunza hawa wasichana ama vijana?
I think everything starts from home, from the parents. So as parents, number one, we should break down this information into youth friendly. Understand that these are our kids. These youth are the future generation. So if we are not going to educate them on matters sex, getting deep into details, they will never understand. Yeah. Again, you will find that also in schools, where most of the children spend around 75% of their time, they are getting barely minimum information concerning sex matters. So if we can have informed sexual knowledge in our schools curriculum, so that these people might know how to handle some things, it will be very beneficial to the society and to the youth at large.
Boniface, umeanza kuzungumzia hapo awali kuhusu kunajisiwa. Sijui kama unaweza elimisha msichana mwenye anakutizama pale nje kama amenajisiwa, ni kitu ama ni jambo lipi anafaa kufanya hapo mwanzo akishafanywa hiyo kitendo?
In case of any rape case, number one, don't fear to open up. Once you open up, there will be possible means for you to get rid of that. Number two, it will relieve you from stress that might come after. Once you open up, don't take a shower first. Go to the hospital. Don't take off the clothes zenye ulikuwa nazo. If you have taken off, put them in a non-plastic bag. Yeah, and then report the case to the police officer and immediately before 72 hours, go and visit the hospital so that they can do for you a test that might help you not to contract HIV or to prevent early pregnancies. Yeah.
Sijui kama kuna sababu ambazo zimeweza kufanya hivi visa vya kunajisiwa kuongezeka katika vijiji ama mahali ambapo tunaishi.
Yeah, sure. Most of the people, they are lacking the morals. Number two, with the current youth, these I blame the youth and most of the girl child, the dress code, and most of the things they are doing that are sexually, that contributes so much into these sexual things. Social media being one of them, because most of the people, they are spending a lot of time in social media where they are getting information, but this information is not informed. Yeah, so they end up doing what is being done in social media, affecting them outside here. Yeah.
Okay, umeweza kuzungumzia mambo mawili matatu hapo ambapo nimeweza kushika kwamba hawa wasichana sometimes wao ndio wana impress wanaume waweze kufanya hicho kitendo. Lakini ukiweza kuangalia kwa visa vingi ambavyo tumeweza kuangazia, unapata kwamba wasichana wengi ambao wamekuwa wakinajisiwa sana sana unapata kwamba ni wazee ndio wameweza kufanya hicho kitendo. Sijui hao wazee ni hao wasichana wanawaimpress wanachukua jukumu la kufanya hicho kitendo.
One of them, I'll say that these old people, these age people, they are getting out of way. Yeah, instead of being role models and educating these kids, they are taking a step too far into getting deep. Number one, this is the reason as to why you'll find most of the youth people, they don't want to also to engage deep into these age people because their motives might be different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Je, Boniface, ukiweza kuangalia kwamba utumizi wa dawa za kulevya unaweza pia kuchangia katika kufanya hivi vitendo vya kunajisi wasichana?
Yeah, in fact, that is a cause in these early pregnancies because when someone is using these drugs and maybe whatever they are doing is a bit out of consent because they don't know really what they are doing. So someone ends up engaging in sexual activity after using these drugs later on where they doesn't know if it happened. So afterwards, after some time is when they are realizing, oh, I'm pregnant, of which it's a bit too late for them to control it.
Asante sana kwa kuangazia hivyo. Ukiweza kuangalia hata sisi sana tumeweza kuangazia kwamba wasichana ndio wananajisiwa. Sijui kwa upande wa wavulana wao wananajisiwa.
Yeah, for boy child it happens. Yeah, only that the society has placed boy child in a place where boy child is seemed to be strong.
Okay.
Yeah, and for a boy, as our society has placed it in the current generation, that for boy child, whenever this happens, they find it too hard for them to open up. So they end up keeping it for themselves, something that causes mental trauma into them, and they end up suffering instead of opening up. So I'll also urge the boy child, if it happens to you, kindly just feel free to open up to someone you trust, and it will help you overcome these things that might come, the effects that might come in future. Yeah.
Ukiangalia Boniface katika shule, tuseme zile shule za bweni, unapata kwamba pia vijana huwa wananajisiwa ama kuna tabia ambazo huwa zinafanyika pale, lakini mwanafunzi akikuja nyumbani haezi elezea. Sijui kwamba ukiangalia wakati umekuwa ukiongea na vijana, ni nini haswa huwa ugumu kuelezea yale ambayo wanapitia katika zile shule za bweni?
I think number one is the receiver of the information. Okay. Yeah. Once this person does not have trust in you, it will be very hard so much to talk about it. Number two, most of the youths wanangojanga kuulizwa. So as a guardian, as a parent, as someone who is determined to help this youth, once they are out of school, just be free to ask them what happened during this period when you were in school. What happened that did not favor you? What are some of the things that are happening? Also in schools, you find that most of the teachers, the teachers that are responsible in doing this, they are not doing it very well. Yeah, or else they are leaving out some information. Once you find these students are doing something that is not allowed in the school, you find that they have been expelled or given a suspension. But have you digged deep into it and known what is the cause, what has led this into this, what are some of the people who are involved in this? Because yes, you have expelled this student, but akishatoka nje, will he or she leave whatever he was doing in school? That means ataendeleza. Yeah, so it is good to engage them in a youth-friendly way so that they can open up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ningependa ushikilie hapo niongeleshe mpenzi mtazamaji kwa lugha yetu kidogo, ndio nirudi kwako. Ambie mana sana mwanchi muri eri abigitase ya Ndizi TV ni gotogenete gusanga imeyo morobere wensa kyabona mambe asogenete gusanga no mugenito ase studio Boniface uyogenete gukwanera iguru ya mangana aringita abasaye anena stoberi to kumurikira mangana asensemeri y'abanyaruka abakonyora amarito agengyo ningigiye kwirira barabo konyora amarita yo nandi ningi bagwenete gukora ekero babeire bakoyanyora nabo igumwanchi murigeria antu chiko batokurigereria nga mechandoki abanyaruka yabayiga bagochibanyora nonyana asemebere yabo ekero bakubugoria amaritari go sanga naitwe asomorubiriga obego kwemanya amangi bego tobeto kwanera asensemo y'abana bari asichi school kiribame bamenyete ime emichandiri bako babagwetera nabo igo eyo okoirira gotibongwa nabo igo batari gwesokia ase ogokwana igo mwanchi muri eria ayonga tiari tugenda kumurikira ase omoroberiga wensaki abono mambia ekera gukwenyeria ngana bakwenda gotubwate asinsemo chiche mitandao asinsemo ya Facebook gwetera Ndizi TV News Digital nabaga asinsemeria YouTube gwetera Ndizi TV News asinsemo ya website www.ndizitv.net bego sangana ntekerengeri kiago wetera ase namba yesime ya 0792192834 lindo tumanye nga yokubwati umurobiri koruna bego kerengeri kiago nyakubate boli rinderi ansi na boko boli mambe yabonega kiagera ngantu roberite bwikirano ase ogosanga amonaye na bego gokoiraneria igo manchi muri gele ndete sensemende yomugeni abeka gosanga na intuye amange Boniface ukiangalia visa ni vingi ambavyo tumeweza kumulika ambapo wanapata wasichana wanapata mimba za mapema. Pengine msichana mwenye anakutizama pale nje amepata hiyo mimba anafaa kufanya nini?
Number one, you have to know that it is normal and it is possible.
Okay.
Don't give up. Don't be stressed. What again negatively impacts this girl child is the reaction from the parents, and that is what I'm going to talk much on.
Okay.
Once you notice that your daughter is pregnant, what are you saying to her? What have you told her next? Because that is what is going to determine how the life next will be. Because if this girl, you have found that your girl is pregnant and you are telling her you don't want to see her, you are telling her that you don't want to see her in your compound because of that thing, where will she go? How is he going to handle this situation? You have been pregnant before, kindly offer service to this girl. I know anaweza kuwa amekosea, but as a parent, kindly embrace, show them love, so that during this period they might not get out of run. Because most of the girls unapata, even after that, realizing that they are pregnant, opening up to parents inakuwa very hard. That is why they are rushing into early marriages, so that they can cover the pregnancy. Yeah, of which ni kitu hawakuwa wanataka.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unapata Boniface, wakati mwingi lawama huwa zinaenda kwa wasichana. Unaweza pata hao ni vijana ambao hawajafikisha ule umri wa kwanza kufanya ngono. Lakini unapata kwamba waliteleza, wakaweza, pengine msichana akaweza kupata hii mimba ya mapema. Pengine ni kwa nini unapata huko kwa society lawama mingi zinaangazia msichana?
The reason as to why the girl child carries most of the blame is because okay, I'll not blame the girl child at first, because number one, you might find that this girl is lacking that informed knowledge on how to handle matters sexual. Number two, when you look on the other side, there are some of the aspects of the community ama generation where we have come from that affect so much, like things like poverty. Some of these girls, they are engaging in these things just to meet their needs.
Okay.
Yeah. So someone being raised from a poor background, they will strive on how to get out of it.
Okay.
That is why most of them, they are getting into these sexual matters, so that they are doing it as a business, of course, leading to these pregnancies. Yeah. So I can tell this girl, number one, accept who you are, accept where you are, and don't rush into these things. Yeah, just take your time and be patient with yourself. Yeah.
Ukiangalia wakati msichana ameanza kupata mimba, pale wazazi, environment inakuwa very hostile. Wanapata huyu msichana pengine ameweza kuwa na mawazo mengi, anaingia stress, ina lead to depression. Pengine unaweza elezea wale ambao wanaishi na wao ama wale ambao wanazunguka, hata pale shuleni unapata kwamba wanachekwa sana. Unaweza wazungumzia vipi wakiona kwamba msichana ameweza kupata hii mimba, si kupenda kwake, maybe aliteleza? Unaweza wapa wasia upi?
What I can advise you, embrace these people. They are carrying a generation pia, and I'll tell you to love them, show them love. These are normal things, and they do happen. So if you don't show them love, they will feel neglected in the society. Yeah, and then they will end in stigmatization. Yeah, due to these neglection by the community. So if you as a parent, you as a guardian, you can't impress this kid and tell them, yes, I understand that you have wronged this, but let us nurse this as we talk about it. If you can't show that, who is going to do it? Yeah.
Okay. Naona pale YouTube Sospita Usiemo anasema anaendelea kufuatilia kipindi kutoka zile sehemu za Mwembe. Anasema tuongee Kiswahili tupunguze Kizungu. Tutajaribu kuchanganya kiasi ndipo saweze kukupata kwa upana. Tumeweza kuangalia kwamba msichana akipata mimba huwa anapitia changamoto mingi sana. Lakini hatujaweza kuangalia ama kuangazia katika mwili wake huwa inaleta impact gani?
Msichana akishapata mimba, most of the effects zenye zinakuja zinaletwa na what first comes at hand. Yeah. So number one, we have already talked about depression. That is mental health, which is very crucial kwa life ya mwanadamu ama kwa life ya most of the youths, and most of the youths, they are suffering depression. Yeah. Number two, you find that these pregnant teens, they are not strong enough to handle what they are carrying. Yeah. So I'll urge them, if you find that whatever you have, it's too unbearable for you, just talk out, speak to counselors, let them counsel you, visit the hospitals, and they will help you. Yeah, but don't think of abortion or doing something that will affect more on your life. Yeah.
Ukiangalia kwa hizi organization zenu zenye ulikuwa umeweza kuzungumzia hapo awali, ni jukumu lipi ambalo mmechukua katika kusaidia wasichana? Already wameshajihusisha na hayo mambo ya ngono, washachekwa pale ambapo wanaishi. Pengine nyinyi wao mnawasaidia vipi ili kujiendeleza katika maisha yao?
Talking about that, being a leader in Jikubali Africa, what as the name suggests, Jikubali. So tukishafika pale, if it has happened or it has not happened, what we usually talk about is self-acceptance, because that is the main thing that is a problem. Self-acceptance. Accept that it has already happened. Accept that this is the situation you are in. Embrace yourself, love yourself, and find a way out. Because if you don't accept that, you will live to blame yourself. Yeah, and you will not escape that. So first of all, kubali ishafanyika, and then find a way on how you are going to get rid of it. Not really getting rid of it, but how you are going to get out of this, how your life will be positively impacted thereafter. Yeah.
Najua swali ambalo mpenzi mtazamaji anaendelea kujiuliza ni kwamba pengine kwa upande wa wavulana kuna impact ambayo huwa inaingianga wakati wasichana, ama are there any threats wakati msichana amepata hii mimba?
To boy child.
Yeah, to boy child.
Yeah, there are some of the impacts zenye zinakuwa caused kwa boy child, because number one, once it has happened, most of the, okay, let me start from here. Once I have known that I have impregnated an underage, I'm a teenager, most of the steps that are taken is maybe being rushed to court, I'm a police case. Yeah, once I'm found, I'm charged guilty of that situation, I will end up in jail. So number one, that has affected my life very much, very much. Number two, when it happens, yes, I have accepted that it has happened. I will now, it is an added responsibility for my life. Yeah, because number one, I lose focus on what I was determined to achieve, and then start on focusing on what has come my way. Because I must work hard so that I can meet the need of this pregnant girl that I have impregnated. Yeah, so it will affect so much my life, because I will shift my attention into it if I have accepted, or else I will end up in jail. Yeah.
What if you deny?
No, even if you deny, you will live in guilt. Yeah, and it will affect you mentally.
Okay. Aha. Mbiyamana sana mwanchi muligereria nigo tugendete gusanga imiyomoro biri wensaki abono mambia astogendete kumulikira amangana aringete abasai anene kerto kumulikira igoro yensemeri y'abanyaruka kero babere bakonyara amaritage nkyo ningi keri babwenete gukora irinde kwanikenga ubugima bwabo nkogendera buri na kimbitambukiro ki abayibori babwenete ko imukiagali ase binyoro irinde kwanekia nga abanyaruka baiga asubu muboiga mbali gochikoira na magega nkobwaterera bale nabigo tobeto gokwanera sensemeri yaba marana barabo ekero bikorobu ne biga bya biko kolekana ase binyoro ninge tambukero kikeri babwendete koimukia iguma nchumuri genda gusangana ntwe ekero tokente gusangana mugeni tase studio iyo gendete korua owasemia pengine unaweza zungumzia wazazi wakati mambo kama haya yamefanyika pale wanafaa kufanya nini?
Kama umerealize that it has already happened, maybe your daughter is pregnant and it has gotten out of an side, you are the only person who can be there for this kid.
Okay.
You are the only person because if you are not going to love this person and guide her on how she is going to handle it later, that is where wataanza kufikiria kujiua. That is where watapatwa na depression. They don't know where to go na they don't know how to be guided thereafter. So kama mzazi, just understand that these things are possible and teach your kids, number one, from an early age. Get into deep on these sexual matters so that in future they will not engage in these things. Once they happen, kindly, I urge you, just love them, show them the love so that they can deal with the situation at an easy way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ukipata jambo kama hili limefanyika Boniface, unaweza sema mara ya kwanza ni kuteleza. Lakini tunapata kwamba hawa wasichana pengine tena mara nyingine hili jambo linarudia. Pengine ni nini huwa inafanyika hapo katikati?
What happens mostly hapo katikati, there are some of the effects, they are natural effects maybe from the background. So if this girl is poor, ama is living in poverty, you will find that even after this one has happened, still atazidi kutafuta means on how to get rid of this situation. So again, they will engage in that. Repeating again for the next time, it might again be because of peer pressure. Yeah, the experience maybe you had at first, you want to experience it again. Yeah, so you want to do this, you want to engage into consensual sex behavior, sexual things that will lead again into you being pregnant. Yeah.
Okay. Tumeweza kuangalia kwamba tumeegemea upande zaidi wa wasichana na kama tumeachilia wavulana zaidi. Ukiangalia tuliweza kusema kwamba wasichana wanafaa kukalishwa chini wapewe wasia jinsi ya kujiendeleza katika maisha yao after hayo yote yamefanyika. Na upande wa wavulana je?
In fact, that is very key when it comes to boy child. Yeah, the way we have least talked about the boy child right now, it's how the society and the current world is. Yeah, we are focused more on the girl child. And it is no longer a matter of gender equality, it is a matter of girl empowerment. So, for boy child, number one, boy child, they are lacking that mentorship.
Okay.
Kuna wale wamekosa father figure. So when this happens, ama it happens on the life of a boy child, they have no one to reach to. Number two, they start blaming themselves, but they will never talk it out because as per the society, the way I had said, once you talk out, it's like you are showing your weakness as a man. So for boy child, if it happens, talk. I will say that talk because it will get you out of this situation very fast. Yeah. So let's also measure so much on the boy child. Boy child is suffering in silence. Yeah. So once we engage them in love and show them the love that they deserve to be shown and the way we care for them, I believe that they can talk about it and they will get out of these situations. Yeah.
Ukiangalia tuangalie kwa upande mwingine wa kunajisiwa, unaweza pata mtu aliyefanya kitendo hicho ni wa karibu sana katika ile familia. Ukiangalia tumesema kwamba ukifanywa kitendo kama hicho unafaa upige ripoti kwa polisi so that wachukue hatua nyingine. Ukiangalia wakati mwingi ambapo tumeweza kuangazia visa vingi, unapata ile justice yenye yule ambaye amefanyiwa kile kitendo huwa haipati. Unaweza pata kwamba pale kwa kijiji wanasema huyu ni wa karibu, italeta aibu. Sijui unaweza zungumzia vipi katika hilo jambo, sababu unapata kwamba mtu anaweza fanya kitendo kama hicho na aachiliwe. Sasa unapata kuna ugumu wa mtu kuongea kwamba ameweza kufanyiwa hicho kitendo.
So this is a family matter or a relative matter, because even when you check at the rate at which at the statistics of a girl child being raped, unapata a good percentages from the close relatives and the people who are close. Yeah, that is why unapata these people the person mwenye amefanyiwa hiyo kitendo ataki ku open up. That is number one, because ataki kuonyesha that this relative is this bad. Yeah, once I'm open up to this thing, I can say that let justice prevail. Let justice prevail. Even if it is a family thing, let this serve as a lesson for the others. So because once you hide it, it will repeat again. Yeah, because they know that you can't expose them. They know that you can't take action against them because they are family members. So it will continue to be a generational thing. Yeah.
Pengine uoni kwa upande wako kwamba italeta mvurutano katika hizi familia mbili, wakiweza kuangazia kwamba ama wakiweza kuripoti kwamba huyu wa karibu ameweza kufanya hiyo kitendo, italeta uhasama katika hizo familia?
Yes, it will bring, but for the betterment of the future generation. Yeah, because when you will hide it, of which benefit will it be? Yes, umeficha aibu.
Tunaficha aibu.
Yeah, umeficha aibu ni sawa. But how about the generation? Number one, this kid ataishi in guilt of what happened, and he will never again want to talk about anything concerning these things. And number two, atawai open up kwa any family member. So you will find that the negative effects ndio zinaka mob than this one ya kuficha aibu. So let the first case serve it. Let this person face justice so that it cannot repeat. Just a question, when it happens in your family, na umepata you are the victim in this situation, umeona ule msee ni wa family na amepata aibu, will you go again to doing the same thing? You won't. So if justice prevails for the first case, I believe that that thing will end. Yeah, because it will be a serious matter. Let's take serious things seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tuseme kwa mfano Boniface, mimi nimefanyiwa hicho kitendo katika kwa kijiji. Itanikalia ugumu kuzungumza kwa sababu nikipita tu kwa barabara watu watakuwa wanasema huyu ndiye alirepiwa. Sinaona italeta mtu atakuwa anaishi na hiyo stigma kwa maisha yake.
Yeah, you will live with that stigma, but I won't advocate for you to be silent, because once you make in silence, that means you won't go to the hospital, which is a public thing. Number two, you won't go for counseling because you are in fear of what will happen next. So this will put your life at risk, because at the end of the day, watu watajua uko pregnant. Yeah. At the end of the day, you might find yourself even infected with HIV. So don't fear of what people will say about you. I usually tell people, don't allow people to define who you are. Yeah. Because if you allow them to define you, they will confine you. Yeah. So just accept the fact that it has happened and you can't change it. Even if they say about it, just go for guidance and counseling. Let them tell you on the steps that you are supposed to take so that you can get rid of this stigma. Yeah, I believe there is always a solution. Yeah, so don't fear talking out. Don't fear on what people will see in you. Yeah, because once you fear, you are putting your life at risk and you will never be comfortable in future.
Okay. Tuliweza kuzungumzia hapo awali kwamba vijana wanafaa kuelimishwa katika umri wao mdogo. Pengine unaweza tuelezea tu kwa ufupi haswa ni nini kile ambacho hawa vijana wanafaa kujua katika umri wao mdogo?
I believe youth right now we can't ignore the fact that the current youth are growing up very fast. Yeah. And technology is advancing very much. Yeah, tunaita Gen Z. So how we are supposed to get them educated on this matter, sexual behaviors, we get rid of talking to them in proverbs. Yeah, let us hit the nail on the head and tell them that this is what happens. Yeah, if this happens to you, counter it with this and this and this. Yeah, just narrow down and break down the information just to them directly to their level of the youth from the way they are young. Mtu akigrow kama anajua this is bad and if this happens this is how I'm going to deal with it. Inapata with time this person gets to program his mind to say no if it happens. Yeah. So once we educating them as per how the technology is and how their age is, as matter of their age, unapata it will be very easy for them to cap these things in future. Yeah.
This thing of culture. Sijui kama culture nayo pia imechangia sana katika wasichana kupata mimba za mapema.
Yeah, we've got some cultures who are embracing also forced marriages. Yeah, and also marriage at an early age. Yeah, which is leading to early pregnancies and cutting short the life of this girl child. Yeah, we believe that girl child ni mtu pia anafaa ku focus on their dreams at future in future and to work so much so that they can achieve their goal. But once these cultures come in and they are like, you must be married to this person ama at this specific time, it hinders the life of this person so much. Yeah, and then once it causes pregnancies, you cease from your dreams, you start a new responsibility of parenting. Yeah.
Tumeweza kuzungumzia mambo mengi kwamba vijana wanafaa wajiepushe na hizi vitu ambazo zinaweza leta madhara katika maisha yao. Pengine unaweza tuelezea ni jinsi gani msichana ama kijana anaweza kujiepusha katika kupata hizi vitu?
Avoid peer pressure. Love yourself. Embrace self-love. Accept the situation you are in. Yeah. Don't do because people are doing. Do what you feel you should do and what is right. Yeah. Don't engage into sexual matters when it is too early because it will mess up your life. Yeah. Someone was telling me that sex is addictive. And once you get into it, there is no turning back. Yeah. So once you get into this, it is very bad. And number two, it will mess so much with your life. Even if you don't end up in pregnancies, we have a lot of diseases on our way. We have UTIs, we have STIs, and these things ndio zitakufanya even you get at the lowest point of your life.
Okay. Tuanze na wazazi. Najua saa hii wazazi wako na watoto wao pale nyumbani kwa hii likizo ambayo wamekuwa wakiongezewa. Sijui ni wasia upi unaweza pia na kwenda kwa mzazi ili aweze kufika karibu na mtoto wake, aweze kumuelimisha, aweze kumfunza tabia njema.
It's good to have some family gatherings and more so having a child parent talk. Okay. Yeah. Once we embrace this, we as youths, we will open up. Yeah. Tukiona mzazi ametupenda and then they are concerned in specific areas and they are coming through for us, we will talk on issues that are affecting us. Yeah. So these children will talk about what they have faced in future and what they are facing in the current situation where they are in, and you as a parent, you'll get an opportunity to talk to them. So take them to lunch dates, talk about these things, take them out, take them to places, yeah, and show them that parental care and love, and they will listen to you. Yeah.
Tuliweza kuzungumza kwamba walimu ndio unapata wako na muda mwingi na watoto wetu. Pengine ni wasia upi unaweza pea walimu pia?
Teachers give out informed sexual education on this. There is a very little time that is set aside for these life skills. Na unapata hizi ndio mtu anaishi nazo, you can never escape them in life. So in education, I think they should come up with a program that they are going to educate these children students on matters sexual issues, reproductive health, and sexual behaviors. Yeah. Instead of them getting them from somewhere else where they will get just information, let us as teachers give them informed knowledge. Yeah.
Okay. Tueleze tu kwa kifupi kwa hii organization yenu ya Jikubali, na kuna hiyo nyingine ambayo iweza kuzungumzia about empowering the youth. Utueleze tu kwa kifupi lengo lenu haswa ni lipi kwa vijana?
For Jikubali Africa Foundation, we are working on embracing self-love and acceptance. That is where it all begins. If you don't accept yourself, if you don't accept your family, if you don't accept the situation you are in, if you don't love yourself, then I don't see anything that we are going to achieve in future. So in Jikubali Africa, we are focusing so much on mental wellness, mental health, ensuring that everyone is well mentally. If not well, then we find a solution on how to handle it. We have done several events here in Kisii University. We have done several events, and most of the feedback we get from the youths is that they have lacked that opportunity to express their self. Yeah, like the last event we had on Valentine's Day, that is 14, we had it at the campus, and we had this, let me talk about this special thing that we did about writing a letter to your old self. So we give you a paper and a pen. You write a letter on the experiences that you have experienced in the life before. And then once you write it down, you are going to figure out on your life, how can I get out of this? Yes, it has already happened. So writing a letter to your old self and saying goodbye to the things that happened, like childhood traumas and these things. So this thing helped a lot of students because and a lot of people who attended that and did that practice. Yeah. Honestly, you could find a person in that desk shedding tears while writing that. Yeah. So that means this person has been impacted and has realized the things that Amanda through. Yeah. Again, we had some activities like childhood games, like the bouncing castle. So unapata mtu hapo, yes, they are doing it for fun, but they are reflecting much on what happened and they are focusing on the future. Empowering Kenya Foundation, this is a foundation in Machakos County. We are working on the objective, everything to do with youth. Yeah, when it comes to drug abuse. Yeah, we are leaving out the fact that these people, yes, they are using drugs, but why are they using drugs? Yeah, getting the reason behind why youths have engaged into certain things. Yeah, because we usually leave out that piece and get into the fact that yes, they are using drugs and they are doing the bad thing, we are judging them, but we don't know why. How about we know why are they using drugs? Why is this person engaging into crime things? Yeah, so we tend to embrace them and show them possible solutions on how to tackle life, and then we bring experts from different departments who are experienced with knowledge on those matters, and then people, they get relieved out of some of the things that are affecting them.
Okay. Yeah. Kwa vile muda wetu umeyoyoma sana, ningependa upeane wasia wako wa mwisho kwenda kwa mpenzi mtazamaji.
First of all, I will say that these things, they do happen. Each and everything that happens in a life of a human zina happen. So tusione kama vitu zingine ni mpya in this life. So everything that happens, just accept that it may happen, embrace yourself, accept that situation and move on with life. If anything happens, don't fear to talk out and you shall be assisted. If it is way beyond control, just visit the counseling departments and talk about it, and I believe that they are going to give you a way outside that. Yeah.
Okay, tumeshukuru sana kwa kuitikia wito na kufika katika studio yetu ili kuzungumza na mpenzi mtazamaji. Tunaamini kwamba wameweza kupata elimu na wasia ambao utakuwa unawasaidia katika maisha yao. Asante sana kwa kufika.
Karibu sana, and thank you for hosting me.
Okay. Yeah. Ambie mwana sana mwanchi umurigeri yako aberiko gusanga na intwe asomorobelyo wensaki yako twakachagete wekira bonega twekira mwaendio no gusembera kwa no kwaberiko kwimanya amange ase omorobeli yako no mwanchi muri gwikirabu no togokorera omorobeli gatomera nelitkolia angyo ase torabe togusanga amange rene kyangane chibi channel yogira beriko gwikira sole ase njira ya bene na Abigael Nyanchama bali kubwatanere Kelvin Mugambi nabo igonto batokubwatanere Job Maangi oyo bakagotwali bagaria bene ase ogokwanira omogeni bwelitkolere kondo mwanchi muri elia eretere na Frida Kerubo de la Yanesa self tomera nelitkolia anjo ase trabe to sanga amange genda gotoro buligeri uya imigita seniki Ndizi TV obona bo banso bo Gusii.
Gusii.
Omubogani ofanisi resort Nyangongo numubogani uratimuke wegokie na gusanga munema tao wikabasani ime y'umubogani uyo nigo babwate obukori ubuya asaba kuri imbere mu babwata muzika nigoro